Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I am super happy and excited to see you today. It's been a very busy day here at the shop. I actually have to get about 120 orders shipped today. It's been a very good past couple days of sales. It's actually 119 orders to be exact. I was in one of my other units earlier today getting some inventory prepped and ready to ship, and now I'm in this unit because I have to get some more stuff out of this unit to get shipped. And it's just been a very full day of shipping. But that is not the topic of today's video. See, in today's video, I really want to talk to you about a few tips that you're not going to hear very often on YouTube, especially regarding the reselling industry. And these are going to be very valuable if you're new to the industry, or maybe you're wanting to grow your reselling business. During this big day of shipping today, I kind of did some reflecting on my YouTube channel and some of the concepts and tips and ideas I like to talk about on these videos. So I make content about reselling and my reselling business, and kind of as a part of this reselling content community here on YouTube, I kind of feel like one of the gatekeepers a little bit when it comes to information about the reselling industry and reselling business and all that stuff. And I feel like a lot of people go to YouTube to learn about the reselling business and industry and how to improve their business and all that stuff, which is fantastic. And everybody who has been making content about this industry and business has been doing a fantastic job providing a ton of value to all of you guys. But the only issue is, as the natural progression of a reselling content creator, if you want to call it that, is what happens is, you know, you start a reselling business and you get it to the point where it's a full-fledged money-making business, and then you start a YouTube channel and start making content talking about your said business. The only problem is you kind of skip this beginning stage of what you really did to build your business up to this point, and you primarily talk about your business as it is. There's a gap there as a creator where we lose perspective of what we actually did to build our business up to where it's at now. And well, I am certainly a victim of that as well. So I actually kind of looked back at that time in my business and conjured up a few tips that I think will really help you and are extremely crucial if you are new to the reselling industry. Okay, but before I jump into the first tip, I just want to introduce myself really quick. My name is Jacob, and I'm a full-time online reseller, primarily on the Poshmark app, and I've been using this YouTube channel to document the growth of my business. I think it's going to be really cool, like 5 years from now, looking back on these videos and seeing the little incremental growth of me trying to scale my business. It's going to be fun looking at my business 5 years from now compared to today. In a nutshell, I use this YouTube channel and my reselling business as a lens to preach entrepreneurship, business ownership, making money, all that fun stuff. That's who I am. My name's Jacob. Welcome to my journey. Okay, now last thing before I jump into the tips of today's video, I just want to extend a warm thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel, all the comments and the likes and the subscribes. You guys are literally the best, and you keep me motivated to do this each and every day. Thank you. Now let's jump into the meat and potatoes of today's video. 3 reselling tips that you're not going to find anywhere else on YouTube. So that's right, I have 3 tips for you guys today, and the first one is extremely crucial, especially if you are new to reselling or you're just getting your business off the ground, and that is slow and steady wins the race. This one is extremely important because what I think happens a ton of times is, you know, you're new to the reselling industry and you want to start a reselling business, and well, what do? You go to YouTube and you look at people who have been doing this for years and years and years. It is fantastic because there is a deep well of information here on YouTube about the reselling industry and starting a reselling business. The only issue is that when you see these creators that already have a big full-fledged reselling business, and you know, I'm guilty of it as well, you really can set up the expectation that this is something that is achievable in a pretty short amount of time. And if you're like me, you'll see these people who are very successful in the reselling industry, and you'll go out and you'll buy as much inventory as you can, and you'll work super hard and try to get things figured out really, really fast. But realize you just get burnt out really fast and nothing really seems to click when you do that. See, now this is a tip I really wish I would have knew when I first started my reselling business, because I tried countless amount of times to just go out, throw everything at the wall and try to do it as fast as I could. You know, all that happened was I just would get burnt out and I would get discouraged, and it would really kill all my progress, and I wouldn't enjoy it. I realized I was just becoming highly ineffective, and the way to counteract that, and when I really started to see some strides in my business, is when I kind of slowed things down and just became more consistent. In the early stages of my business, I realized I was really comfortable with sourcing and listing about 100 items per week or 400 items per month, and I knew that that was a number I was able to sustain over the long term and not get burnt out on. And well, if you do that and you can put a few years under your belt, you will really see some big growth in your business, and it's really something that you can sustain and build over the long term. As my business grew, I just slowly started to ramp that number up ever so slightly and slightly, and it was a hard lesson, but I learned that it's not how fast you are, it's how consistent you are. So at the end of the day, slow and steady wins the race. Okay, so tip number 2 is specific to the reselling industry, and you really don't hear this one being talked about very often, but it is the best platform to sell on is the one you choose. Now, I know it is controversial, but I'm of the belief that every single platform has its merits, and you can build big successful businesses on any one you choose. When I first started reselling, I actually started on Etsy, and then I jumped over to eBay, and then Poshmark, and then Facebook, Mecari. I've tried them all, thinking that there was going to be one magical platform that skyrocketed my sales and my success. And well, all I really did from jumping around from all those platforms is kill the momentum that I had on the platform originally. Now, I really think to this day, if I would have stuck to Etsy, my business would be way, way bigger than it is now. And it's a big business now. I have over 11,000 items in my inventory, but I really do believe that if I just would have stuck to Etsy, my business would be way bigger now. And well, I sell on Poshmark now because once I realized that I have to stop killing my momentum and just stick to one platform, that's really when my business started seeing some success. Now, I know there's different services out there where you can cross list and sell across a whole gamut of different platforms, and if that works for you, more power to you. But I'm in the camp where I just like to stick to one platform, and I'm going to try to build my business as big as I can on that, so I don't have to kill my momentum and shift my focus. I like when things are simple. That's what works best for me. You might be different, but for me, the less distractions and the more simple something is, the bigger I can make it. So remember, we are entrepreneurs, and the platform we choose to sell on is just a means of conducting business. It's like picking the plot of land where you want to set up your business. That is the function and the purpose it serves. And at the end of the day, remember that whether it be Mecari, Poshmark, eBay, Facebook, there have been people who have built multi-million-dollar businesses on each and every one of those. So it doesn't matter what you sell on, but the best platform to sell on is the one that you choose. Okay, now the last tip, and this one is extremely important, and it is simply save for taxes. Quick disclosure, I'm not a CPA, and this is not financial advice. And well, if you want financial advice, go talk to an actual accountant. But speaking from experience, it is extremely important to put a little money aside for taxes. Now, I know some of you out there are going to be like, oh, why would you even include this as a tip? Obviously, you have to save for taxes, but if it's happened to me, then I know it's going to be valuable to somebody out there. So that's who I'm speaking to. But you don't want to learn the hard way and be growing your business for a year and then get hit with a $20,000 tax bill. So yes, save for taxes. It is extremely important. I'm not going to get into the minutiae of what you should be saving for taxes or talking about write-offs or all that stuff. That is a huge rabbit hole, and you really need to talk to an accountant about that because each state is different as well, and it's just everything is so complex. But I would definitely recommend, if you're going to take your business full time and you plan on generating a good amount of income with it, then definitely hire an accountant. They are very cheap for what they do and they can help you save a lot of money in the long term. And they will also give you a clear understanding of how much you should be saving for taxes and really set you up for success. Again, when you're naive and you have no idea what you're doing and you're getting your feet wet in the business world, the last person you want to deal with in April is Uncle Sam. And well, you heard it here first. Save money for taxes. So that is today's video. Those are the 3 tips I really wanted to talk about today that I really don't see or hear a lot about on YouTube. Again, if you thought these tips were helpful, I actually have some more tips that I kind of conjured up during my reflection today. So maybe I'll make another video like this in the upcoming future. Let me know in the comments if you would like a video like that. But that is all I have for you today in this video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. In the meantime, be good to one another, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.